Welcome. Welcome, Lauren. Hear me. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Hear me. Okay, can you guys hear me now? If you can hear me now, okay, it's breaking. That could be. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, can you hear me now? If you can hear me clearly, I want you to just indicate it in the comment section because I want the. It's still breaking. Okay, let's. Um. I can't. Okay, someone said can't hear you at all. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm trying to increase the volume so we can all be on the same page. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you can hear me now, please let me know. Okay, welcome Taiwo. Taiwo said yes. It's coming in smoothly. Good to go. Awesome. Thank you for that, Mr. Lawrence Toby. Dapo. Okay, Dapo, you can hear me now. Okay, you can hear me. Ayomide, we can't hear you. You can't still hear me. Let me be sure if you can hear me, please. It's very important because we are going to be discussing a lot this evening. Okay, welcome Caleb King. Welcome. I see you guys. I see you Samuel Onyema. I see you Moses Toby. Welcome. I'm almost sounding like someone working in a radio station, but it's fine. It's fine. So let's just give it a little bit of a podcast vibe. You know, podcast is trending nowadays. Everybody is doing podcast. So let me to give you some podcast vibe. Yeah. So welcome to Designgate. So this is our first ever introduction to UI/UX design for Stream 3, right? So if you have a friend who wants to go into product design, UI/UX design, you can just let them know that they should start coming in to join us, and we are going to have a good time. So I have my colleague here to take all your questions, right? So if you have a question concerning the program, or you have a question, maybe just a hunch, probably you've been doing UI UX and there is something you just want to confirm, maybe something that is still not clear in this UI UX field, you could just drop a question and I will try my best to give you answers, right? And yes, I understand that we are coming from different backgrounds, right? Different backgrounds. Right here, right now, we have those of you that are just trying to get into tech, get into UI UX design and see what it's all about. We also have those that have been learning and learning and learning, and it's beginning to look like, their village people are against them. And that is just the reason why it's not just working. And we also have those that, you've learned, you know exactly what you're doing, but the job is not coming. In fact, the last job, the job that keeps coming is it do it for me free, and you begin to wonder, is this really my calling? Is this how I'm going to raise my raise my is it how my future is going to be and live the baby boy and baby girl life? So we have a lot of people here. We have people from different backgrounds, and I can assure you that we have something for you this evening. So please and please again, Someone said, are we going to see the video after the live stream? Yes, Caleb, you are going to see the video after the live stream, but it's always important that you stay during the live sessions, because you can actually ask questions on the go and get answers on the go. Sometimes, to be honest, if you don't watch this video after everything, it will just be like, say, they watch Netflix, right? So it's always important if you can stick around so you can ask questions. Okay, so we are not always that serious. Okay, so UX design, no be every time plenty English. So the English myself no be our language. So sometimes the plenty English they follow confuse why most people never understand this UI UX thing. But yeah, sometimes we can always be formal, especially for those of us that wants to, you know, get remote jobs and all, where they probably don't accept pidgin English. So you just have to learn some of this some of those terms. Okay, I can see Flames. Flames said, my village people are against me through. Don't worry, after this training your village people will be very, very far from you. Okay, so sometimes it's just the confidence, you know, especially when you've taught yourself everything, you know, when you keep learning on your own and you basically taught yourself, sometimes you just feel like there are some certain things you don't know, so you don't just have that confidence to, you know, take up jobs. In fact, if someone is trying to give you a job, by the time you read the brief, you tell the person, I never reached this level, I just learned finish and I start at the start, right? Instead of taking the job and doing the job, you know, you start chickening out. So these are some of the things we are going to be taking a look at in this boot camp. So it's very important. If you can stay, I will advise you to stay. Like I said, if you have any questions at all, any questions, let me see if I can increase that if it is too low. So if you have any question at all, I will advise you to actually post them right in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer them. Okay, the question could be based on my presentation. It could also be based on whatever information you already have or you already know, okay, about UI UX, and you just seek to clarify it. So it's very, very important. So without further ado, I'm just going to switch to my presentation. It's just going to be like an hour, 15 minutes, an hour, 20 minutes. I don't want to hold you guys here for a long time, right? So welcome. My name is Wills, and I'm the co-founder of Designgate. Okay, so let's go direct into the presentation. So welcome, guys. This is Designgate UI UX Bootcamp. Okay, and who are we? So basically, the Designgate UI UX Bootcamp is an immersive 16 weeks learning experience where you will learn by doing while being guided in person by a professional. Okay, during this bootcamp, you would understand the design thinking process, master the latest design and communication tools, build your case studies, design and launch your portfolio. So this training is absolutely beginner friendly. So if you've never ever used a design tool before, this training is absolutely for you. Okay, I really like the question, we will learn as a team. I really like that question. Yes, we are going to be learning as a team. I'm going to show you guys how the learning, what differentiates us from other platforms, right? So I'm going to explain to you guys how the learning works at Designgate. Okay, now the goal and objective of this bootcamp, this 3 months coaching, is to equip you with the skills you need to land a job as a product designer or UI UX designer, or build the next big project from the ground up. It's very important, right? I can see Mr. Johnny Soft here. Someone said, can we get the slides after this class? Yes, Mr. Bernard, don't worry about this slide, right? This slide shouldn't determine whether you slide into the program or not. I don't know how to put that, but don't worry about this slide. I'm going to explain everything, right? This slide, having this slide is not going to improve your UI UX design skill, right? It's just my presentation for the program, but I will encourage you to stay for the live session. It's going to be quick, it's going to be brief, okay? And if you can't, you can always come back and rewatch it. Okay, you can rewatch it. So there's no big deal on this particular slide right now. So that's why I can't say I will share it. There's no really big deal, okay? This is just me telling you how Designgate works, okay? So I hope we're together. Like I said, if you have questions, just drop them right there in the comment section and I will do my best to answer those questions, okay? So let's proceed. What exactly are you going to be doing under this UX design? Okay, we are going to be taking a look at the core things you are going to be doing. Okay, yeah, the live section within 1 hour, we should be wrapping up within 1 hour. Okay, it's just an introduction, so we should be wrapping up within 1 hour. Okay, so we are going to be taking a look at things like AI for UX, UX research, synthesizing your research, design thinking, conducting research, information architecture, understanding product, wireframing ideation, UX and business strategies, and so on and so forth. Okay, so yeah, these are some of the things we'll be taking a look at. Someone said, please, can we get a recorded video? My network is breaking. Eze Chisom, the video should be available on YouTube once the live session is done. The video should be available on YouTube. But if you can really stay, I would really appreciate that, so you can actually ask questions. Okay, so let's proceed. Now, like I told you guys, this training is for 3 months. Okay, the training is for 3 months. So this is basically what you're going to be doing. We're going to be doing in those 3 months. And remember, the whole essence of this training is to prepare you so that you can get jobs. Either you get a job or you can actually build something on your own, right? That's the most important thing. So when you are learning, it's always important you don't just learn to become a dependent. You should be able to learn to be able to achieve something on your own. So this is basically how our training works. So the first month, we are doing introduction to design. So if you are not, if you are just new to design, probably you have not touched any design tool before, this is the perfect place for you to be, okay? This is the perfect place for you to be if you have never touched any design tool before. So we are going to start with introduction to design, right? And we're making sure everything is as easy as possible. So we start with introduction to design. We take a look at design theory. We take a look at projects. Then we go ahead and build like a fintech project, all using Figma. Now, unlike other training classes, immediately we start from day one. From day one, there are no excess theories. From day one, you will start designing. From day one, you will start designing. Okay? And when we round up with month 1, we proceed to month 2. So during month 2, we have the daily UI challenge, because we want to keep you designing. The only way you can get better at designing is to keep designing. Okay, so the month 2 will keep you designing with our daily UI challenge. Okay, and we also take a look at things like design thinking, right? And I don't know, I think the network is a little bit shaky right now. If you can still hear me, I would really appreciate if you can drop those emoji. If you can hear me, drop some emoji. Let me be sure that we are on the same page. So if you can hear me, please drop some emoji. Let me be sure we're on the same page. Can you guys hear me? Okay, can you guys hear me? I just want to be sure that we're on the same page. Hello? Okay, I'm sure. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, that's great. Okay, let's proceed. So month 2, we are going to be taking a look at the daily UI challenge. You guys are going to be doing the daily UI challenge, and we're going to take a look at design thinking. We'll take a look at user research and UX research. We'll take a look at heuristic audit, competitive analysis, and usability testing. Now, we have made sure our curriculum, we've made sure the curriculum, works directly with what is obtainable in the workplaces. So we don't have time to waste. We are not going to waste your time with some things that are not really done. Okay? Some of the things that are not obtainable in the workplaces, we might not take time to start taking you on some of those things. So we are focusing on the most important thing you need to succeed as a UI UX designer. Okay, and those are not much. Okay, those are not much. Once you master the act of what user research and UX research, and you know how to conduct a heuristic audit, and also understand how to conduct a competitive analysis, and also perform your usability testing, right? These are the core skills you need for your UX. Now, when it comes to your UI, the core skill you need is being able to practice every day and understand basic design theory. You don't need much to start, right? So we are not going to be wasting your time teaching you things that nobody cares about in the workplace, right? Yes, things like a lot of people want to teach you things like card sorting, things like tree testing. The reality is a lot of organizations don't care about these things, right? After all, some of the apps you are likely going to build won't even have up to 10 pages, 10 top level navigations. So when you are building an app and you are having less than 10 navigations, what exactly are you doing tree testing for, right? So some of these things are only obtainable in big organizations like Google and the rest of them. Okay, but you all know by the time you complete this training, you are not going to be applying to Google, right? You are going to be applying to normal businesses, normal fintech organization, SaaS businesses, and the rest of them. These are the people you are going to be applying for. And as an entry-level designer, nobody is going to face you with the task of what? Conducting a tree testing, right? As an entry-level designer. Sometimes you spend so much time learning some of these things, and instead of you to focus on what matters, the things organizations are going to expect of you as an entry-level designer is a little bit different, right? Don't forget, by the time you get jobs and you keep working, you keep learning, because learning never stops, right? You constantly have to keep learning, and as you keep learning, you definitely grow to that stage. But right now, learning some of these things might just rip you off from learning the main things that employers want you to actually, the main skills employers are expecting from you, right? And some of those main things include things like heuristic audit. You are going to learn how to conduct a heuristic audit. We are going to tell you, okay, these are the things to look out for when conducting a heuristic audit, right? Then we take a look at competitive analysis. No matter what you're doing, no matter which level you are in your UX design field, when you are working on a project, it's almost it's certain that you must conduct a competitive analysis. But the problem with most places are they just tell you about competitive analysis. They tell you what it is, they tell you what it does, they tell you the advantage and the disadvantages, but you never get to practice it, right? And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you end up being left out to figure out the competitive analysis yourself. Like, you don't get hands-on project whereby maybe led by someone, and then you go through the process of conducting this competitive analysis. Okay? Another problem most designers, especially if you're just starting, another problem you are going to probably encounter is this issue of research. The research from people saying they don't even know how to frame the questions, to a lot of beginners not even knowing what to look out for in a research, right? But the reality is not every project needs a research. Okay, this is 2024. Not every project needs a research. Sometimes there are some problems you take a look at and you already know the solutions. So what you end up doing, what most designers end up doing, is that they already know solutions to this problem, maybe from experience, right? Or from using similar app. They now go ahead to start doing research just to fulfill all righteousness. And by the time the responses from the research comes in, they are looking at it, they don't even know what they should be looking at. And at the end of the day, they still go back and do what was in their mind. So why exactly did you spend so much time convincing yourself that you are carrying out a research? So it's 2024. Let's not learn as if we are learning in 2009. This is 2024. There are a lot of UX pattern that has been established, right? Your own is to learn this UX pattern, implement them in your project, and move on. you can't come back to reinvent the wheel. If you are designing a fintech app, there are lots and lots of fintech apps that have defined UX patterns. So sometimes you don't need to go and start doing another user experience research for a fintech app, except you are designing something, you know, groundbreaking, something new. For instance, right now, with Apple's Vision Pro, yes, there is still a lot of room for user experience research. But when it comes to mobile phones, you know, apps on desktop and things like that, I think in 2024 we already have a lot of established rules. So sometimes not knowing where to go from here is the thing that actually makes some beginners, you know, give up, because you are learning this thing as if we are still in 2009. You know, they disturb you, they tell you you must put up your persona, you must do empathy map, you must do this, you must do that, and you know, it's actually stressful. In the real workplace, since I've been working, to be realistic with you guys, since I've been working as a designer, as a product designer now for almost 6 years. I have never had to submit a persona or empathy map to my design lead. Nobody has nobody have time for that, to be honest with you guys. Nobody have time for that, right? So even if someone is going to employ you as an entry level designer, you don't have all those. Once you are able to understand the user, right? Once you're able to understand the user, that is okay. You move on to start creating your solutions. So we are going to be taking a look at some of these important things, okay? So important things, like I said, conducting a heuristic audit, competitive analysis, and then usability testing. In fact, usability testing is where the main user experience design comes in, because no matter what you are going to design, it makes no sense until you test it, right? It is only when you test it that you get real feedbacks that can actually improve the experience of the app. If you design and you don't test, you have not actually done any work. So these are the things we are going to be looking at. Now in month 3, we are now going to do UX in practice, right? UX in practice. Basically meaning we are going to work on a project together. We'll start from the brief, right? The way a brief comes in. We will dissect the brief together, right? We will analyze the brief together and then map out the plan for executing the project together. From mapping out the plan, we'll go ahead to build that project together, and after building it together, we'll go ahead to conduct the usability testing and iterate on it. So you can get this 360 degree understanding of how you move from the beginning of a project all the way to the ending of a project, because these are the things that are very, very important, right? Understanding how to move from a project, from when they give you a project brief, when they ask you, this is what we want to do. How do you go from taking that brief and materializing that brief to deliver the final deliverables? So these are the things we are going to do in month 3. Now, by the time you've done month 1, month 2, month 3, month 1 is going to make you familiarize with core design principles and using Figma, okay? And in month 2, you keep practicing how to design, right? With our daily UI challenges. And these daily UI challenges, unlike other places, you are going to be getting real life feedback, right? Once you are done with your design, you send it into the Telegram channel, right? And you get instant feedback, okay? So if there is any mistake on the design, you get a feedback telling you, okay, why not try this and try that, okay? So in that vein, you would also implement the corrections. That way you learn faster, okay? You learn faster. And aside that, we also have what we call clarity calls. Now, what exactly is clarity call? We understand that a lot of learners don't always understand things, especially when we are having the group class. Most people might not really understand certain things. And sometimes it's not to ask questions that is the problem. It is the fact that they don't even know how to ask these questions. And it's very, very understandable. because you are just new. Sometimes the question dey your head but e no dey your mouth. In some cases e dey your mind, e no even dey your head, not to talk of today your mind, today your mouth. And in most cases the question go dey your mouth, but before someone else in the class ask their own question, when e reach your turn to now ask your question, you don forget. So that is why we have something called clarity calls. So what is clarity call? Clarity call is basically where you schedule a call with the instructors, right? You schedule a call, and during that call you have a one-on-one conversation right on Figma. So if there are things you don't understand, if there are some aspects of design you still don't understand, or if there are things that are just confusing yet, you can just ask and get instant response. It's like, you and the person right on Figma guiding you, the person watch you design and also guide you. So that's what we call clarity calls. So you are going to be having this one-on-one access to the instructor, okay? And yes, so after the month 2, you've understood this thing. In month 3, we'll design an end-to-end project together for you to actually see how to take a project brief and execute it and deliver. Now after this, our training is complete. Okay, you can now go to your Twitter bio and then change your name to UIUX Valentine, UIUX Adeosun, Afolabi the design god, Anozie the design Zeus. Whatever it is you want to put after your UI, after your name, you can put it now. But please and please, you have to calm down. Don't go and put it today. Your enemies are watching. Okay? Don't go and put it today. By the time you do 2 days and run, they will come and ask you, my brother, how far your UIUX? So please, calm down. After the 3 months, now you know you are ready for the world, okay? So that, there's something like, when you are learning, if you give up, it's better to just give up in peace than to give up in shame. You already put UIUX, you have disturbed some of your contacts with some designs, and you wrote already joining the world of US, can't wait for this to happen, and you give up, and your enemies will now start laughing. So calm down, no need to rush. In fact, it is in the order of us to make sure that you don't rush, that we've stripped out a lot of jargons, a lot of things that you really don't need in order to become a UIUX designer in 2024. Okay, so you just have to take it gentle. So after these 3 months, you have officially understood and gotten a strong background as a UIUX designer. Then you are going to be assigned your project. Okay, you are going to be assigned your project. Now once you are assigned your project, you have 2 months for it. Now the most important thing about this project is the fact that it is where our mentorship comes in. So while you are doing your project, you can always ask questions, right? Ask questions. So we still understand that you are in the learning phase. So you still have to keep asking questions. Oh, I've forgotten this. How do I achieve this again? You'll be giving answers. Okay? Yes. So from months 5 to 6, your capstone project, your mentorship, and your portfolio development. And then we also offer career prep and job placement support. Now, the funniest thing in design is it's only in design that you have people that will tell you, excuse me, sir, I want to do this training, right? You finish university, all of you have finished university 5 years, and with your certificate you never get job. But when it comes to design, you see a lot of people telling you, I want to do this design, then after this design I need the internship placement. After internship placement, I need a job. Now, while that is not too much to ask for, the reality is, in this our field, it is not about certificates, it's about certificates. Okay, it's about what can you do. So anytime you are thinking of a job, think of yourself as an employer. Will you employ someone just because they finished a boot camp but they no sabi? Or will you employ someone that have actually put in the time, dedicate their time, and actually know how to do this job? If you follow everything that we are going to show you in this boot camp, before you start your capstone project, you are likely going to start getting gigs already if you follow through with everything we are going to show you, right? Because part of these 3 months, especially from the 3rd month, we also start our what? Positioning. If you are looking for a job, you have to position yourself for it. You don't just finish and sit and then job will come knocking. We hear say you don't finish UIUX. Oh yeah, job day, oh, job day. That is not how it works, okay? The job you are looking for, 1,000 people are also looking for it. If you go to LinkedIn, you will see the reality of what I'm saying, right? If you go to LinkedIn, you see a UIUX job. By the time you click apply, by the time you finish applying, you will now see that you and 500 others have applied for it. So it's all about positioning yourself. So from month 3, we are starting that positioning. That's why we said, because from month 3, you already have this fintech project you've done, and also you have some project from the UIUX. That's before your capstone project. We are going to give you a strategy of how you can start posting them. Okay? Even the daily UIUX, daily UI challenge, we are not going to start posting them at once. So it's not immediately day 1 you design and post, because we understand that you might also get tired sometimes. So imagine you are just the day you started the daily challenge, you start posting. My day 1, day 1 I don't do. Day 2, day 3. By day 4, when your engine down low, your enemies will say, I knew he would give up. So we have a strategy for this. If you follow everything we are going to show you throughout this coaching, that's why we called it coaching. It's not just a boot camp, right? It's a coaching period. So we are going to be showing some certain things. So once you understand all these things and you do them, because we're also going to be doing a lot of writing. That's the reality. A lot of writing. Okay? If you really want to stand out in the field of this UIUX design, if you really want to stand out, especially as it relates to getting jobs or getting internship, you really need to stand as an authority at your level. Okay? You don't just design, you design and then you just share the design and say another day, another design. No, we are going to show you how to post those designs strategically so it reaches to the people you are trying to target. Okay? You can't learn user research finish and you won't even know how to research employers. So you should, as a UIUX designer, you should also understand how employers think. That is the hack that you are going to use to also get jobs. Right? Now, once you are done with your capstone project, we'll use that capstone project to develop your portfolio. After that, we'll do the job placement for you. So please, if you are here, I know a lot of you are coming from different places. Some of you have come from places where they told you become a professional UIUX designer in 2 weeks and get a remote job. Okay? The one a friend of mine went to, now we still they settle, because right now they don't give instructor uppercut, because after 2 weeks you never see job. The person self never sabi use Figma, but even the person who knows sabi use Figma, they look for job. So some of you are coming from different places. Some of you from the place you are coming from, they told you can learn Figma in 2 days, and in fact a lot of you, they told you to break into tech. I always like those flyers when I see them. Break into text in 1 month, break into text in 2 months. The reality is you really can't break into any of these things. If you break into them, you go wound job. A lot of people that have broken into them, now one hand they get now. In fact, they know they use see Figma. A lot of them have gone back to selling wigs, doing content creation, and some have gone back to market. Because of what? They tried to break into tech. What happened? The tech broke them. So please, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Going into tech, you have to be sure of it. It's something you do intentionally. trust me, it requires a lot of grit, a lot of dedication, and a lot of intentionality. It's not something you break into. Okay? So as you are doing this now, I want you to zero your mind. Zero your mind. Calm down. Relax. 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 Okay? Give yourself 3 months, the next 3 months, to really follow through everything we are going to teach you. Okay? Give yourself that 3 months. Then develop your portfolio. Develop your portfolio. Thank God Jesus rose today. Jesus rose today. So it will take some time for him to come back. So don't rush. Don't rush. Okay? So please don't rush. Give yourself some time. 3 months. Learn. That is the most important thing. Learn. Improve your skills. Then use your capstone project to solidify everything you've learned. Then we'll start this job placement and support. Okay? So please, if you are here thinking you start this next week, you are going to get a job, please go and open an MMM website. Then you can start spamming different groups to bring 2 people. That will bring another 2 people. This is a lifelong skill. Okay? It's a lifelong skill. But one thing I can assure you is, if you follow everything we are going to show you, if you follow everything we are going to show you, you are not going to regret the time you are going to invest into learning. Right? Into learning. Okay? So it's very important. Don't forget, if you have questions, drop those questions so I can answer them. But one thing I want you to remove your mind from is, you are coming to break into tech. When you know be arm robber, not only arm robbers they break into something. Only arm robbers they break into something. For a lot of you now, and if you see a lot of those people that want to break into tech, some of them are students, some of them are working. When they now give one assignment, they go come get school assignments, or they will have works to do, and everything at the long run they realize that, oh, this thing they know they break into arm. You are not arm robber now. Are we together? So this is how the curriculum is structured, right? It's structured. From month 1, you start designing. A lot of places, their curriculum comes with theory first, okay? The problem with the theory first is, if you learn UX first, and you never study design, how do you design your ideas? If you have an idea, how do you design it when you are learning theory first? Okay, so from month 1, we are designing. Are we together? So it's very important you understand these things. Okay, it's very important you understand these things. Okay, we have stripped away all the old jargon. You know, sometimes some UX designers, especially the OGs, they just try to bring out all these things to, you know, put fear for your body. Maybe by the time you tell them I'm learning UIUX design, they'll be like, oh, that's great. Have you guys done tree testing? Can you now develop a user demographic, psychographic, and persona? You know, they give you those big words that shake you. And then you just go back into your shells and say, Kai, I never learned anything at all. Who go hire me like this? But trust me, by the time we are done with this training, you'll be well equipped, okay, to answer or take up any challenge when it comes to UIUX design. Right? Okay. Before I proceed, any question? Before I proceed to the next screen, we are almost done. So any question? If you have questions, please drop them down. Someone said, can a UIUX designer be classified as a front-end designer? Miracle, the answer is no. Okay? The answer is no. UIUX designers are designers. They are not front-end. Front-end designer is an engineer that codes whatever a UIUX designer designs. Right? But here is the thing. If you finish this UIUX class and you start working, and maybe by next month you take up a front-end development course, you can now fake a name for yourself and call yourself a UIUX engineer or a full-stack UIUX designer. All these things are just fake names people create so that they go increase their salary. Or you can just call yourself a front-end developer at that point. Okay, so a UI UX designer is not a front end designer, because a UI UX designer, you also design some things that are not just apps. As a UI UX designer, you can design websites. Okay, so this one from Abasiaba Okono. Is the 10,000 naira we are paying for everything we are going to learn? Yes, the 10,000 naira is just for the registration fee. So by the end of this program, okay, let me just tell you guys. So this program, we've been running it since last year, right? And we have sponsors. So one of our biggest sponsors is TerraSkills. TerraSkills is a tech training school right here in Abuja. It's one of the biggest tech training school in Abuja. So we are being sponsored by TerraSkills, and also we are being sponsored by the GS Foundation. So they've already taken care of any number of people that are able to afford the registration fee. But from stream 4, we are likely going to bring back the full fee. So usually the full fee for this training is 120,000. That's the full fee for this training, okay? From stream 4, we are likely going to bring that back, but we are hoping to still maintain the scholarship partnership with TerraSkills and the GS Foundation. So the 10,000 naira is for the training fee, okay? It's for the training fee. It's for the registration fee, the platform registration fee. So everything we are going to learn is not from the 10,000. The main payments have already been covered. That's why you see my voice is very, very loud. If I'm depending on the 10,000, my voice might not be this loud, because 10,000 now is doing like 10 naira nowadays. Okay. Moses Williams, I guess this is just an introductory class. Yes, the main classes will start next week. That is on the 7th. If you registered on the platform, if you registered on the website, you will notice that the training will be starting on the 7th. That is next week, okay? But we are going to be explaining a lot of things here today. So you ask yourself, is this really what I want to do, okay, as a UI UX designer? So let me move forward. Now, how is our training methodology? Like I said, our training methodology, we want to make sure you maximize these 90 days, okay? I'll show you where to make payments by the end of this class, but if you go back to the website now, if you go to the form again, you are going to see register. So once you click on it, it's going to take you to the payment platform. You make payment, then it takes you to register, to the link to register on the platform direct, okay? So how do we train? What is our training methodology? So our training methodologies is covered in 3 things, right? We have what you call the daily activity. Like I told you guys, this UI UX profession is like beauty, okay? It's like beauty. You know, they say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, okay? People don't, if you know fine, you know fine. If you know fine, you know fine, right? Nobody is going to carry touch to be checking people's hearts to say, oh, this particular person, he's not too fine, but in heart, fine. So I like the heart. People don't see your heart, they see your face. But remember, it's in the eyes of the beholder. The person you see, say you were, another person see, I'm saying, the bright morning star. The same way UI UX is. No matter the ideas you have in your head, no matter the problem-solving skills you have inside your head, nobody cares until they see that design. They see the design you've done physically. They know they explain design. They need to see it. Okay? So that is why all through this training is practical. We have what you call daily activity, right? We use what you call incremental learning. Every day you enter the platform, you are going to have a task. You complete it. Okay? You are going to have a task. You complete it. Mustafa Zainab, the website, I'm just going to drop it here. Designgate.academy. Okay, Designgate.academy. That's the website. So every day you log in, you are going to have your daily activities. Now, aside the daily activities, we are going to have 2 live classes every week. Okay? 2 live classes every week. So these live classes, one of the class is where we answer questions. So if there are some things you still don't understand around the daily challenges, you ask questions. Now, the reason why I'm emphasizing on question, the only way you truly learn is by asking questions. Trust me, a teacher can explain so many things, and it will enter the left ear, go out of the right ear. But you see those ones you ask questions yourself, if they stay. We all know this. So we have 2 live classes every week. One of the live classes is usually on Wednesdays, right? You get to ask questions on the past topics. Now, on Saturdays, we use those ones to introduce new concepts that you are going to be facing the next week. Are you getting it? So as you are entering the next week, you already have some information. Then you enter the next week and you start learning. Okay? So how can you join the Telegram group? Once you register, you have access to the Telegram channel as well. Okay? But I might also drop the Telegram channel shortly before I round up the presentation. Are we together? So let me just pin the website right here. Now we also have the readings. So these readings, it's important you go through them. So there are some articles there that you are supposed to read. It's true, we understand that some people, some people, all these readings, some people they use them pastime, some people they use them use and do fake life, Probably you don't want to do something at home, and you can use Designgate as an excuse. So once they just say, why you never watch play? Say, well, I'm just going through this UX research readings on the platform. Please don't read it like that. Read them to really understand words. Don't read it to show off. I understand a lot of learners. I've been there, and as a UIUX designer, I've done a lot of research on learners before we started this bootcamp. So I understand how. Yes. So I understand how learners think. A lot of learners, there's a thin line between learning and actually using learning as an excuse for your failures. A lot of people are trying to learn this UIUX, to pepper some people, so that once they ask, what are you doing over the weekend? I'm just taking one of these UIUX courses, I want to break into tech. No, don't learn it like that. Please don't learn it like that, okay? I'm begging you. So we have the daily activity, we have the live classes, and we have the readings. It's very important you follow them, okay? So I'm almost done now. So change your life today, become a designer and design your career, right? Become a designer and design your career. So why exactly should you do this? Now let's take a look at some prospective careers, and okay, let me just move forward now. Okay, I'm trying to zoom in. Sorry. Okay, I'm trying to zoom in. Okay, good. So now what we have here now, let's take a look at this. Some job opportunities. Okay, some job roles. Once you are done with this training, here are some of the job roles that you are likely going to be looking at. Okay, so we have things like you might not be doing product manager right now, you might not be doing product marketers, but these are job roles you can graduate to. But the most important ones we are looking at is what? Visual designer, UX designer, UX researcher, interaction designer, information architecture, UX writer. But the goal of this training, okay, these are some of the job roles in this field. But if you are just starting out, then what you should be targeting for is what we call a generalist. Okay, you should be targeting for what we call a generalist, and our curriculum is designed to make you one. You can't just say you are a UX writer at this stage, okay, or a UX researcher. The job market for them are a little bit slimmer. The job market they for maybe exclusive UX writer or exclusive UX designer. Okay, so we want to help you become some sort of generalist. Now the best thing about UX design is that no matter the experience you have, you can always transfer that your knowledge to your UX design. You'll be surprised. Probably what you do before, you are a banker. Okay, let's say you work in a bank, you are a banker, and you decide to become a UIUX designer. You'll be surprised if you are working with if you start looking for a job, right, and you apply, and then the job you applied for is for a fintech app. By the time they see that, oh, you are UX designer and you've worked in a bank, you stand more chance. That's if you sabi design, you stand more chance of getting that job. If you are a teacher here and you are going to UIUX design, you stand more chance of getting an opportunity in EdTech, right? Now, no matter what you do, you stand more chance at getting job when you combine your skills. So don't feel like switching to UIUX design, you need to throw away all your certificates. No, don't do that. Okay, so you have to transfer all the knowledges you have and put them in. Now, we always like to deliver value. We like delivering value. So if you came to this session and you've probably not made up your mind to join, maybe you've already started learning, you know some certain things, and you still don't know where to get job opportunities. So these are some of the places you could get job opportunities. Okay, we have LinkedIn, Twitter, Discord, Angel List. Angel List have now changed to Well Found. Okay, Angel List have changed to Well Found. So you have all of them there. Angel Lists, you have Upwork, you have Indeed, and you have Remote, and you have TopTal. Okay, now as a UI UX designer, what are your success paths? Okay, what are your success paths? How do you become successful in this career? Because it's important you understand these things before you jump in. So as a UI UX designer, one of the paths you could take is to become an entrepreneur. Okay, is to become an entrepreneur. Now, if there is this idea you've always had in your mind that you think is a solution to a potential solution to a persisting problem, you can actually design a solution around it and go with that as an entrepreneur. Okay, as an entrepreneur, you could actually open up, you could actually go into the business of UI UX design. We are going to be teaching you this thing at the career stage. You can actually go into the business of UI UX design. So there is UI UX design and there is business of UI UX design. The difference is one person chose to become a designer, the other person chose to become a money-making individual using design. Now two different people, okay? Two different people. One, now money they push am. Two, the other person now passion they push am. So you can choose whether you are being led by passion or you are being led by money. Okay. Sometimes if you learn this UI UX design, it will give you enough understanding, right, of the process. So what happened? You can now go up. Let's say you have up to like 2M in your account. You can set up a UI UX design agency. You budget like 1.5 to pay salaries of 2 people for like 3 months, right? Then you go out there and start looking for these jobs. When these jobs comes in, you give it to the designers to design, and they will not cheat you. They will not come and tell you, sir, this week I have been working on the user persona, user psychography, and user dimensiology. Because you understand this process. You just tell them, calm down. Both you and your user psychography, you are sacked. Okay, so yes, this is one of the ways you can go. You can become an entrepreneur. Okay, but remember, entrepreneur. Okay, there's a reason why they call it entrepreneur. If you are not already preneuring, you can't enter inside. Okay, you need to have an idea and some money. If you don't have money right now, you can't have any good idea. In fact, if you have any good idea, Sapa will bury it beneath the abyss of Sapalicious. Okay, so if you and Sapa is wearing one trouser right now, don't worry, you can push this entrepreneurial path and tell yourself, after 6 months I will look into this entrepreneur side. Then you can go into employment, to be employed by a company. This is the best way to raise capital and to leap out of Sapa, and it's a little bit more secured. The good thing I like, when I was doing 9 to 5, one of the good things I like was that nothing concerned me. Month finish, you drop my money, make my account, my alert shake. Okay, all the good morning sir, good morning sir, good morning sir. If month finish, alert no enter. My good morning sir, it changes to good morning sir. I can't be speaking funny if you are owing me. In fact, if the salary pass 3 days, when they come in, it is good morning you get. The sir don't come out. Because the reason why they put sir is because you are the one that pays the salary. So if you are not paying the salary, no sir. You are just Mr. Larry without the salary. So you can go into the to the part of what? Becoming an employee. You get employed. Right? Now, even to get employed, the reality is that sometimes getting a job, you know, when you are not employed, getting a job, if you are not careful, getting a job becomes your own job. I don't know if you guys are getting me. When even some of us that have finished university and the rest, you will understand that if you are not careful, getting a job becomes your full-time job. In fact, when people ask you what is your occupation, you don't tell them nothing. You tell them your occupation is a job seeker. Right? Those are the people you see, they have attended all the whole master classes. They know how to use Google Meet. They know how to use Zoom. They know how to use LinkedIn. They know how, all the tricks they sabi. But the job they never get. So if you are not careful, when you are still looking for job will become your full-time job. So you need to learn how to avoid that. Okay? In fact, they need to start paying you for looking for job. LinkedIn is supposed to now be paying you, right? When they ask, what exactly is your job? You say, my job is to look for job. So you can go into employment, but here is the thing. If SAPA hold you around 100%, right? And you finish this training, my brother, don't say you want to become an entrepreneur. Don't say you are waiting for a job to come. You can start freelancing. Freelancing, we are going to teach you what we call structured freelancing. Yes, you can freelance on Upwork, you can freelance on Fiverr, but we don't want you to depend on Upwork and Fiverr. We are going to show you how to get, you know, a lot of you have big eye. A lot of you have big eye. I know why I'm speaking like this. I've removed my phone. A lot of you have big eye. You have finished 3 months training. Instead of you to first collect the 100,000 naira job that is in Nigeria, you say Mbano. You are looking for 10,000 naira landing page design in the UK and USA. Instead of you to calm down, collect this 100,000 naira job and upload and add it to your portfolio, you say Mbano. Okay, please. As we are going to teach you what we call structured freelancing, because even when you are entering, if you want to go and do Upwork, right, and Fiverr, chances are the only job you could get as on Upwork will only be the job you took to open the account. Because the way Upwork works is, by the time someone wants to post a job, Upwork don't already recommend the top designers and the rest of them to them. So you have to really put your chaplet deep inside the River Niger, right? But if you can just step a little bit back to build your portfolio, it could even be your neighbor. A lot of you, after learning how to design, you won't even tell your neighbor that you do design. You will be in the same compound. Your neighbor will take a web design job to another person instead of you. Some of you will finish this training. Your church members won't even know. Your mosque members too, and your shrine members won't even know that you are into design. And also your club members won't even know that you are into design. That is wrong. Immediately you are finishing this thing, your family, friends, all of them needs to be aware that this is what you are doing, and it's not for free, it's for a fee, so that they can start patronizing. So you start freelancing. Okay, you start freelancing. maybe from that freelancing, you can even get enough money to pay for LinkedIn Premium that gives you access to what? Message hiring managers. From there, you get more, you'll be more, you get this better opportunity at getting employed faster. And you raise enough money, you become an entrepreneur. Okay? Now, the last part is to become an educator. Okay, you can become an educator. The highest employers of labor right now are platforms. The number of people YouTube pays, no other companies pays people online for it. Okay, so even while you are doing your projects, okay, if you are the type of person that like content creation, you can start teaching people. Now, the best way to really know that you know something is to be able to teach others, right? You can start teaching people. They're not going to say you just look somewhere. You just look somewhere, redo the thing, you work. You now come out, hello guys, so today I'm going to show you how AutoFrame works. You teach them. Remember, at that point, you are just trying to establish yourself, right? Establish yourself. At least, if go, no go. If go, no go, and you are posting these things, if go, no go, TikTok, month end, you figure 50K. Okay, you figure 50K. $50. $50 is about 65K. If you use that one whole body, buy data, right? All this thing I'm just trying to tell you is that when you are done with this training, there is no time to slack. There is no time to slack. If you really want to get the best of this training, follow everything we are going to show you. Follow everything we are going to ask you to do. There is no time to slack. Okay, so it's important you understand all these things. Okay, we don't want to come and sell you a false dream. You know, a lot of people do that. They will give you a false dream, and by the time you finish, you'll be slacking, and then you now blame village people. Meanwhile, village people self are suspecting you that you are the reason why they are not successful. Meanwhile, you they hear the blame village people. Meanwhile, you are actually the original village people. Okay, so these are the 4 success parts. Please bear this in mind. Also, if you are here and you have been taking training on UI/UX design, in fact, Designgate is like your 10th boot camp on UI/UX design. Please don't register again. Don't register. We are pleading with you. If you have been registering boot camps, in fact, you don't do boot camps, if we check your leg right now, we could literally see you wearing a boot. Please don't register, okay? Instead, I will help you instead. Send me a DM. Send a DM to our Telegram channel. Let's see what the problem is first, okay? So if you have some of you here, you have done Google UX course, you have done Udemy course, you have done free YouTube course. In fact, it be like say the courses where you don't do can't look like say na courses. You know, they cost you. For every course you do, they cost you with it, that you will never get a job. Please send us a DM. Let's know where the problem is from first. Okay. Please do not register again. You don't do. You know the tire. Only you 10 boot camp. Maybe it's not just your calling, but we believe that everyone can design. So yeah, send me that DM. Let's talk first, okay? If we talk from our conversation, I would know whether to tell you to register, or I will give you some tips to at least get the job first, or I can recommend other professions. It's not by force. It's not by force to be a UI/UX designer. I know the name sounds cool. In fact, the truth is, one of the reasons why I switched to a UI/UX designer was at a point when I started as a graphic designer. You know, at a point, any office you enter and say you're a graphic designer, they'll just look at you like someone that don't have future. And also, if you are looking for work, by the time you say graphic designer, they say, you do invitation card, they'll be pricing you a month 100,000 as your salary, you know. Then I now saw UI/UX design. The name was cool. You know, when I tell someone I'm a UI/UX designer, they don't even know what I do, but they pay for it. So that was why I switched to UI/UX designer. In fact, right now I call myself a product designer because the money high. In fact, if you go to some offices and you say you are a UI/UX designer, they will start your salary in Nigeria with 200k or 150k. But if you tell them you are a product designer, they will start it with 250 or 300. Eh? So I know some of you are here because the name sounds cool. So you decided that you must, do this UI/UX design. So if you are this person that have been taking bootcamp upon bootcamp, say you even do bootcamp for NYSC camp, please send me a DM, okay? Someone said, hope there is consideration for students who might be kind of busy sometimes with schoolwork and exam. Yes, there are considerations for them, okay? Like I said, it is absolutely beginner friendly, and that is why we are giving you 3 months to learn and 2 months to build your project, okay? We are not telling you you are going to break into this thing in 2 weeks or break into it in 1 month. You go window a flavor, a frebo. Saying what? Okay, this is the end of my presentation. So like I said, the registration fee is 10,000 naira. That's for the platform registration fee. This is not a training fee. The training is free. So the platform registration fee is 10,000 naira. After that, you are not making any other payment, right? So the questions are all answered on the website. So if you go back to the website right now, you can click on register, and it will take you to the payment form, and you make the payment, okay? You have from now till next week Sunday to complete the payment, because the training is starting next week Sunday, okay? Someone said, how much is the money we are paying apart from the 10,000 naira? You are not paying any other extra money, right? So the training is already sponsored by TerraSkill and the GS Foundation. The 10,000 naira is only for the application, right? Okay, I think the other money you probably pay is for your certificate. The certification is 10,000 naira, but don't think about that right now. Learn first, okay? Learn first. A lot of you've gone to a lot of trainings where they add certificates inside the payment for you. Only you have like 10 outstanding certificates for different bootcamp where you go, where you don't complete. Haba. You register this one, you no go complete, certificate pending, you jump. You move to another bootcamp. In fact, all the whole bootcamp, they know you. Once you enter like this, they will go, Agba bootcamp. Your certificate's pending. So we don't want that here, okay? Yes, the registration have a deadline, and that is between now and Sunday, okay? You have to register between now and Sunday. So if you go back to designgate.academy, you would see the payment. You just click on register, okay? When you click on register, it's going to take you to the payment link. And Mr. Taiwo, you want to pay 10,000 instrumental again? There's a reason why it's called instrumental. That is money wey fit full store. Money wey fit full store, right? Now they pay instrumental. This is just 10,000 naira. Okay, but you can send me a DM. So at this point, we are just going to have discussion and questions, and then we will round it up. So where will the training be holding? Where will we be holding the class? Yes. So for the live classes will be on Google Meet, online. Okay, it's online, right? It's online. So the live classes will be on Google Meet. Meanwhile, every day you log into the platform, you complete your daily task. Those are the most important things. Okay. Then when you don't understand some certain things, you book a clarity call, a one-on-one call. Okay. So yeah, some people are about bootcamp, So guys, I really need you to drop your questions. Let's just have a good discussion, and in the next 10 minutes we should round up. Okay, in the next 10 minutes we should round up. So please, if you have any question, this is the time to drop it. If you have any concerns, or if there is something you still don't get, okay, this is the time to drop those questions, okay, so that I can answer them. And if you have friends that are looking into going into UIUX, this is the best training they can actually get right now, especially because it is currently free, right? You are not going to be learning on your own. You book one-on-one, you get understanding that gives you confidence, not you trying things out, and you don't even know if it is working, or if not like this, then they take do one. Okay, so it's important to key into this, right? So please drop your questions. In the next 5 minutes, if I don't get any questions, then we'll probably call it a night. And the Telegram channel is still there. You can go in and ask questions. You know, you can ask questions. You can drop your questions on the Telegram link. So I'm just going to like drop the Telegram link right here. Okay. So let me just drop the Telegram link for those of you that want to join the Telegram. If you also go to the WhatsApp, if you also go to the website, if you also visit the website, you will also see our WhatsApp number. You will also see our WhatsApp number right there. Yes, if you cannot complete your task for that day, you can actually do it the next day, okay? But we are begging again. We are begging. Next week we are going to provide more information on that. We don't want you to pile them up and say, no worry, Saturday I go clear everything. Me and you know you will not clear it. Let's be honest. Me and you know you will not clear it. The only thing that will be cleared that day, now you. Right? By the time you know do task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, task 5, Saturday, now those tasks will go clear you. Nobody go clear the task. Okay? Yes, there will always be follow-up sessions. Okay, there will always be follow-up sessions. Ayomi, they ask a question. Someone says, sir, what is my LinkedIn? I've been doing this. Okay, I'm not always active on LinkedIn. I know they look for work. But I think this year I'll start posting. My LinkedIn name is Wills Obu. Okay? Wills Obu. I'll soon start posting. Right? So sometimes I avoid the LinkedIn for my own mental health. Ayomide, what's your question? Please type it in. Type it in so I can attend to it. Just type it sharp. It's really Agbaclera. Yes, we know. You know, instead of you to do the thing that day, you'll be like, well, I'll just clear everything by weekend. Now the task will go clear you. Okay. Let me get your questions, please. Your questions. If you have any question concerning the program or any confusion, like I said, if you are the king of Bootcamp, you have, in fact, right now you are thinking of making payments while you also have 2 other bootcamps where you don't register. Yeah? Please send me a message first. Yes, there's currently no Stream 3 login on the website because Stream 3 is not live yet. Stream 3 classes will start on Sunday, right? So by Sunday, you are going to see your Stream 3 login. Michael Itoya, the class schedule every day, just make sure you have up to 2 hours every day, please. Every day, make sure you have up to 2 hours. Once you log into the portal, it does not matter whether in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night. It all depends on when you have 2 hours, okay? Every day you log in 2 hours, you complete your task. It's always on the portal. Every day, some of the tasks, you can complete them within 1 hour, some of them within 45 minutes, some of them within, but at least 2 hours, okay? 2 hours, okay? If you really don't have 2 hours to invest every day, please don't register, okay? It won't work. Like I told you, this is something you do intentionally. It's something you do intentionally, okay? So 2 hours is what we require of you. But the 2 hours no include Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday you can go and ball, right? You can go and ball and clear your head. So it is 2 hours. Also, the live classes are 2 hours. Okay, the live classes happen Wednesday and Saturday. At least the live classes are also recorded. If you miss the live classes, you can rewatch, okay, and rewatch it. Okay, but the most important thing is ask questions. So the reason why we also do that one-on-one, if you missed any of the classes and you watch the video and you still don't understand, you can book that one-on-one. Okay, you can book that one-on-one. Yeah, if you're on the Telegram channel, send a message to admin. I should be able to respond to that. Okay, if you want to send a message, if you're on the Telegram channel, send a message to admin. I'll receive it and I'll answer you. Okay. Yeah, if you also want, Telegram is faster, but if you want to send a message on WhatsApp, I have my colleague on WhatsApp. You can copy the WhatsApp number on our website and send a message. Yes, the task. No, this one is not ALX type. Oh. The task is do as I do. You will be shown and you will do it. Okay? You will be shown and you will do it. We are not going to tell you to just go and do things on your own. No, you will be shown and you will do it. You will be shown and you will do it. Okay? Ayomide Taiwo, check the website, and if you check the website, you should see our WhatsApp number. You can also join the Telegram channel. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, the live classes are usually from 6 to 8 p.m. 6 to 8 p.m. Okay, 6 to 8 p.m. If you are not able to make it between 6 to 8 p.m., you can rewatch it. Okay, you can rewatch it and then ask questions using the one-on-one. You can just, anytime you know you'll be free, you book a call. Okay, once that time reach, we have a one-on-one. So it's usually 6 to 8. Miracle Vincent, are we to choose the time convenience for us for weekly class, or is later? Yeah, for the live classes, it's usually 6 to 8 p.m. Okay, but you can rewatch them, and if you still have questions or things you still don't understand, you can just book a one-on-one clarity call. Okay. So it's not ALX. So this one will show you what to do and you repeat it. At Designgate, we believe in the power of what's it called? In the power of repetition. So we believe in the power of repetition. Okay, someone said, sir, I can pay the 10K, but I don't have a laptop currently to start, and I don't know if I will miss out a lot. To be honest with you, if you don't have a laptop, no need to register. Okay? In as much as this one is sounding like a podcast, the main class is not a podcast. So if you don't have a laptop, please no need to register. Okay? But if you know you can get your laptop between now and next month, not next month ending, no, next month, first week, then you can go ahead and register. But if you can't, wait till you get the laptop. Okay? Now UIUX design, you are designing digital products. Okay? You use laptop for it. Okay, please, your questions, drop those questions. I'm about dropping the Telegram channel link for those that have not joined. Someone is saying, please, how do I register? Visit the website, designgate.academy. I think I pinned it. Check the pinned comments. You can go there, click on register, and also register. Also, how can I see my task? Once the training starts on Sunday, next Sunday, right? Once you log in, you start seeing your task. For now, the task is not yet ready for stream 3. So once you've registered and confirmed your registration, you will be shown that. Okay, this is a very important question. I like this question. You know, anytime I see good question, it suits me. So someone is asking, what are the tools you are going to be learning? Okay. So for tools, these are the tools we are going to be learning. Okay. I intentionally left it so someone can ask the question. Let me see. Okay. I'm trying to bring out these tools right here. So for the tools, we are going to be taking a look at Figma, okay, which is like the industry standard right now. It is the hottest tool for UI/UX design. Okay, so we are going to be taking a look at Figma. We are going to be taking a look at, we are going to be learning how to use Slack. I think we've removed this Slack, but let's see. We are learning Figma. We are doing Notion. Okay, we have Loom. We have Hotjar. We have Typeform or Google Form. Okay, Typeform or Google Form. So these are the tools we are going to be using. We'll be using them for like this particular Hotjar. You are going to learn this Hotjar. You use it to understand user behavior. Okay, you learn how to use Hotjar to check for user behaviors. For Loom, you are going to learn how to use Loom to, you know, do your when you are doing your handover. Okay, you can record videos and add annotations. Okay, Notion is for documentation. For your research, you can use Typeform or Google Form. Okay, then Figma for design. This is for communication, but we switched our communication to Telegram. Okay, but we'll still take a look at some of these things. We'll do some introductions to them. So, but Figma, Notion, Loom, Hotjar, and Typeform or Google Form. Okay, so those are the things we are going to be taking a look at. Yes. Okay, another question. Any other question? If there are no other question, I will go ahead and round up the program, the video. So 2 more minutes, please. If you have questions, please ask. If you need any clarification, you can still send a message to our Telegram channel. Okay. So I just pasted the link to our Telegram channel. If you want to join WhatsApp, you can easily go to the website and copy the WhatsApp number right there and paste it. Okay. So I'm pasting the Telegram channel right now. Please, any other question? Okay, so I just pasted the Telegram channel. So in case you want to join the Telegram channel, okay. So I just pasted the Telegram channel. So thank you very much, guys, for attending. If you have someone who couldn't attend due to one problem or the other, please share the link with them. The video is going to be available for them to rewatch. Okay, so share the link with them so that they can actually get all the information necessary. And I think it's a good night from me. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in on board today. Okay, so go ahead right now. Go to, no, it's not an assignment, but it's also like an assignment. We'll show you what to do and you repeat it. Okay, we'll show you what to do and you repeat it. We'll show you what to do and you repeat it. We'll show you what to do and you repeat it. Okay, it's a do as I do. You are learning at this point, so we don't expect you to come and start cracking your brain too much. We show you what to do, you do it. We show you what to do, you do it. Just follow the instructions, okay? At this stage, that is what you need, okay? Yes. You are not to you are to submit it by the end of the month. It will be submitted by the end of the month, okay? It will be submitted by the end of the month. Okay, guys. Good night. If you have questions, please send them to WhatsApp, send them to Telegram. On the Telegram channel, you can send a DM, you know, or you can send a message on WhatsApp. Visit our website for any other information. Okay? Okay, so go ahead, click on the link and start registering, and I will see you guys on Sunday the 7th. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.